Look at number 6, and we'll come back to number 5. Right, we're going to do 6 and 7, and then we'll come back to 5. Because 5 takes a little bit more effort. First thing you need to do on tonight's homework, we just went through a whole bunch of definitions. We just went through a whole bunch of diagrams. The hardest thing you're doing tonight for your homework is you're going to look at that and say, okay, which of these models fit? Which of the models we discussed today fit what I'm looking at? So we look at this diagram up here for number 6. Again, we're specifically looking at number 6. And our lucky victim of the day is Dylan.
Yep.
So then when you look at number 6, what type of angles are those?
Vertical.
Good. So they're vertical. How do you know it's vertical?
Because both the top and the bottom are the same and both sides are the exact same.
But how do you know they're vertical?
Because it looks like an X.
Perfect. Okay, so we got our X. Means the angles are vertical. And what do we know since they're vertical? That they're congruent. So 5x is equal to x plus 16. Guys, did you see that logical flow? And that's how geometry works. We look at the diagram. What do I have? What does that tell me? How do I write an equation with that information? Write the equation, and then algebra 1 takes over. Okay? So we solve this problem. We get 4x equals 16, and x is 4. And then in geometry, you'll always want to make sure you go back and reread the problem. Solve for x. Have we done that? So there we go. That's right. Questions on that? Brandon?
5x with the power to 6.
Oh, that is a degree symbol. That's almost more of a formality than it is. All right. Any questions on this? Caleb?
What do you mean we have to find what fits? Like that's our homework for tonight?
You have to think, okay, so we just went through all these definitions, right? All these definitions. And then you have to say that, okay, do I have something that looks like this? Do I have something that looks like that? Do I have vertical angles? Which one do I have? What's sitting in front of me? And then, how do I write an equation to match that? So if I have something that looks like this, there's my equation.
Oh, okay.
Okay? If I have something that looks like a right angle, but it has 2 angles that make up that right angle, then I have that equation. All right. Next problem. This is a little more complex. Okay, we are going to read this slow. Okay, read the instructions. There's 2 things we have to find. What is it? Find x.
And the measurement of
And the measure of QXS. Okay, hey, here's something great. What's QXS? That's given to us already. 2x minus 2. So what do I need to do in order to find QXS? Yeah, if I knew what x was, all I have to do is substitute it and we're done, right? Okay, so you guys start talking to me here. When we look at this diagram, let's start putting in some numbers here. SXT is how big?
It's less than 90.
Don't trust the diagram, ever.
4x plus 1.
There we go. You guys don't ever trust my diagrams. They are never, ever purposely drawn to scale. Ever. So if you're taking tests in here, you're like, man, I came up with 168, yet that looks like a 30-degree angle. Never trust my diagram. Okay? Trust your math. And if you don't feel like that's right, go back and double check your math. Okay? All right, so SXT is 4x plus 1. How big is QXS?
2x minus 2.
And QXT, notice this one, QXT. So that's the whole angle from Q all the way around to T is how big? All right, guys, put on your thinking caps for a minute. Go back to yesterday. How do we set up the equation so we can solve for x? Joey? get the 125 is equal to 2x minus 2 plus the additional part of 4x plus 1. Okay, again, algebra 1 should be taking over at this point. 125 equals 6x minus 1. 126 equals 6x. We should get x is 21. And again, guys, always stop once you get that variable. Go back and reread the instructions. What do we also have to find? Measurement QXS. So now that x is 21, the measure angle QXS is 2 times 21 minus 2. That's 42 minus 2. 43.
I'll plot the grounds down here so I can, build on.
All right, any questions on that?
Yeah.
Let me write it down.
Okay, well, what did we find out that x was? X was 21. All I did is substitute that in for QXS. Oh, guys, again, I gotta make sure we make this very clear. Notice that this x, the 21, is not the same as the vertex. Okay, there's a reason why we have lowercase x's and uppercase x's. Okay, uppercase x's are the points, and it's the vertices. Lower cases are typically going to be your variables, so you might want to be careful about that. All right, I think that pretty much finishes up our notes for